question is, what are the long-lasting effects? What are the long-lasting effects of chronic health conditions in children? I have a question. Does anybody in here have asthma? How does asthma affect you?
Well, I got asthma and tachycardia arrest or something like that, and it's like my heart starts beating really fast, so I have to I can't work out a lot because if I do, then I have to stop and sit down, so it's bad.
How has it affected you?
I'm pretty disciplined about making sure I stay fit, and I worked really hard when I was your age to make sure that my asthma doesn't affect me as much as it probably could.
Does anybody in here have any family members who suffer from diabetes? Does anybody want to explain how it has affected them? Angela?
So my grandmother has it on my dad's side, and she has to give herself shots in the stomach and in the thigh every day. And I don't like needles, so seeing her have to do that to herself, and it makes me sad and wish I could help her, but yeah, I can't.
Shania?
It seems like that the people with diabetes are limited, they can't eat everything that we eat, we go out. It just seems like they're just very limited and have to watch what they do.
One more. Did you raise your hand, Cynthia?
Both of my grandparents had it. So, and my mom had it when she was pregnant. So I know I'm very delicate, so it's I have to be careful how much I can get rid of it. And my grandmother's had too, and she has to get the shots in her stomach, and I don't have to do that.
Well, my personal story is that I suffer from a lot of stomach issues. When I was younger, at around maybe 10, I caught a bacteria infection in my stomach, and it's called H. pylori. And with that bacteria infection, the germs enter my body and into my digestive tract, and that's how, I would end up throwing up or vomiting a lot. And from that bacteria infection, I caught peptic ulcers. So those are ulcers that are in your stomach, and you have to watch a lot of what you eat, or you'll have stomach pains. And then when this was in about sophomore year, I noticed every time I would eat something, my stomach would start hurting. So I got an endoscopy, but that really didn't show anything. So then I went back to the doctor, and they told me that my gallbladder was functioning at 27%, and your gallbladder it breaks down fat and bile. So they said that I should get it removed if I wanted to relieve the pain. So this is a picture of the bacteria infection that I had, but I didn't put a picture of my gallbladder because I thought that'd be too gross. But when I got that removed, it was so many problems, because after I got my gallbladder removed, I became lactose intolerant, so it was just one problem after the next. So I wanted to study what were the long-lasting effects of health conditions in children. So when I interviewed a pediatrician, and my research, I had 6 sources, like we all did, and the information I got back from the resources were these summaries. So the first one is knowledge. I learned that the parent needs to make sure they know what their child is suffering, and the child needs to also know, no matter how old or young they are. If they're younger, the parent just needs to make sure that they explain the condition in a way that the child can interpret it. And social life. When you have a health condition, your social life is really affected, because if you're hospitalized all the time, then you're not able to talk to others, and that can cause effects in your future, because you won't know how to socialize with other people. School awareness. For instance, when I had my gallbladder removed sophomore year, I had to alert the school that I would be absent for a week, because we have a lot of work, and I had to make up that work plus the present work when I came back. So when a child has a serious health condition, the parent needs to notify the school and let them know, just in case anything happens in school, so the school can know what to do. Prevention is basically common sense. The parents, you can't always prevent every disease, but you can, like with my H. pylori when I was younger, they said that it was caused by unsanitary conditions. And when I was younger, our health conditions, they were very sanitary, so they're not really sure how I got it. So, you know, you just stay in clean conditions and like try to stay not be sick. For the rate of conditions, for my research, I saw that health problems the health problems that double are obesity, asthma, and learning disabilities. And the most common condition that I found from my research is asthma, which causes wheezing and breathlessness, and it's a major non-communicable disease. Next, I have a video. It's about a little boy named Timmy, and he has a disease called muscular dystrophy, which is when his muscles deteriorate. So eventually, he'll have to be in a wheelchair. And you can play it until 1:57.
Christopher Wagner is 10. His younger brother, Timothy, is 4. To all appearances, they're 2 healthy, happy boys. But Timothy battles a chronic illness. Dr. Mark Rosenberg is the Wagner family's pediatrician.
As many as 10% of children have a chronic illness that may interfere with their daily lives and activities, and those may range from things like asthma, which may not be apparent on most days, to more devastating illness like what Timothy Wagner has, muscular dystrophy.
Timothy was 2.5 when he was first diagnosed with DMD, Duchenne's muscular dystrophy. DMD is a genetic disease that weakens muscles and eventually causes heart and lung problems. Most children will begin needing a wheelchair between the ages of 7 and 12. At present, there is no cure, and the average life expectancy ranges from the early to mid-20s.
Unless there's some great medical breakthroughs, and maybe there will be, Timmy's only 4, the future's really bleak, and that's a hard thing.
In the interim, dealing with Timothy's illness is virtually a full-time job.
Some days it's really stressful. Some days I feel like I just drive him from place to place and wait.
You ready to get out? Oh, no!
Luckily, at 4 years old, Timmy still rolls with the punches.
Actually, he loves to go to the clinic. He thinks that's great fun. In fact, he thinks everybody should go to therapy.
Okay, so I really like this video because I was able to see that even though Timmy was 4, he was still, going through with his life, even though I know he can't really understand all that's going on, but you can also see how it's taking a toll on his family. Like his mom said, it's a full-time job. So with him having muscular dystrophy and his muscles deteriorating eventually, he'll be in a wheelchair, and then I'm pretty sure he won't be able to socialize a lot. Well, he may be, but his social life will be affected, but he's still able, like right now, he's still able to have fun. He likes going to the therapy, so I just thought this was a really interesting video. My solution is to help prevent health conditions is to prevent health conditions as much as possible is he or she will not have to physically and emotionally suffer as well. He or she will not have to physically and emotionally suffer as well as the family suffering and having a financial burden put on them. So when I say the financial burden, I mean like when you're hospitalized and you have to go to the doctor, your family has to pay a lot of bills and hospital bills.